No, stop. I'm trying to
I can't sit still. Like, I guarantee you, once I start talking, I'm gonna like pick my legs up and be like, oh yeah, well my name's Mark, and I'm like out of the shot now, and now I'm over here.
No.
I can't like. I'll try and sit still. We'll see.
When you talk, and then.
I'm Mark Zimmerman. I'm the analyst / coach for Curse Gaming North American team. The reason I say / coach is because I don't really consider myself a coach. I was always a huge fan of like basketball and football, and so like when you hear coaches and those things, like they're authoritative. They tell you how you're gonna play, and like they of course talk to you. They give feedback. They're like more mentors than like a dictator, of course, but they still, end of the day, it's how they're structured, how they want it done is what's gonna happen, and I'm not like that. So that's why I don't think most coaches or analysts are either. So it's not like I'm different. I think like a lot of them are more like suggestive. It's more about presenting data to the players. So day to day, I sit in and watch all their scrims. And so I'll be in a spectator spot or like sitting behind them, listening to the voice comms. I'll like have a couple like systems set up where I'm filling information in. So like picks bans. I take notes constantly, like timestamps about when things happen. So if we want to go back later, we can review them. We're recording audio and video of the game all the time. So we have like a pretty big system for like keeping track of everything. I take care of all that. We go back and we talk about what we did right or wrong throughout the game, like big things that we missed. And so that's mostly what it is day to day, is watching the scrims and taking care of all that.
What's kind of... We're shit talking to you, Mark.
Who are you talking to?
Like special. What's
up? I was like, Mark is really cool and handsome. You know, like makes a lot of money and like.
Fucking right.
Honestly, I don't think Mark does much. Like, we didn't even have an active analyst on TSM. I think that was more useful. No, I'm just kidding. I think Mark's a pretty cool guy. He actually helps us a lot. He comes with like these little presentations for us, and I think I learned a lot from him. At the same time, you know, he's not there to teach us everything. He's there to just supplement, and it's really helpful. I think every team needs an analyst. I think it's really useful.
I think it was Thorne who had a tweet about like how good coaches start as bad coaches, just like good players start as bad players. And I think that's definitely true. So like when I started with the team, I was like, you know, living at my own house, and like I would contribute remotely. And so like I wouldn't talk to the team at all. I'd watch their scrims, but like I wasn't like actively talking to them after every scrim the way I do now. And I like learned a lot in that period where I was just listening. And so like if you take someone who's like not that familiar with your team and you thrust them in and expect them to like tell you exactly what to do, there's a chance that they're going to be wrong, because they learn a lot. So, you know, I had like a pretty nice like 3-month period where I was like not that close to the team, but close enough that I was learning, but I wasn't expected to lead really. So yeah, like I learned a lot in that like 3-month period before I moved into the house, and then after I moved into the house and being able to commit more time to it, you learn a lot. And so yeah, being patient if you're a player with an analyst when they're starting out is pretty big.
I think the biggest improvement Mark's made as an analyst has been being able to like break down concepts into like really like small pieces that we can understand like easily and apply to our game. Like for example, when he joined, a lot of like the things that we did remotely were like kind of like overall analysis, like, oh, well, this is how you want to play like a 4-1 split push, and it's really generic, and it wasn't really like something that we could immediately be like, all right, this is how we're going to implement it into our gameplay. Nowadays, we have like really specific analyst meetings, so it'll be like, all right, so this is how we're going to do this level 1 where we're trying to like guarantee a 2v1, or we're trying to guarantee a 2v2. We're going to like ward here, here, and here. We're going to like invade at this time, and it's a lot easier for us to implement that immediately into our gameplay and just do what we rehearsed.